Tottenham remain in the front row to sign prolific striker. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Before we dive into this update, be sure to press that subscribe button and keep up with all the latest news. According to TuttoJuve, Tottenham are one of the clubs leading the race to sign Lille striker Jonathan David, who is wanted by many clubs across the continent. David is into the final year of his contract at Lille, and there continues to be a lot of speculation over where the striker will end up next. TuttoJuve have now reported that Juventus are keeping a close eye on the Canadian international situation, with the Bianconeri said to be keen on adding more firepower to their forward line. However, it is explained that the Serie A giants are not the favourites to land the 24-year-old, with Premier League clubs having an advantage due to their financial might. The outlet states that Tottenham, Arsenal and Newcastle are currently in the front row to sign David. It is alleged that the centre-forward is likely to ask for a contract worth over £6 million per season at his next club. This report comes just days after David told The Athletic that while he has held discussions with Lille over a new deal, he is open to the possibility of a transfer in the upcoming transfer windows. Tottenham may be eyeing David as a potential replacement for Richarlison in January. One would expect Lille to listen to offers for the Canadian in the winter if he does not sign a new contract before then. Tottenham have sold plenty of players this summer, but they have another player who could make them a tidy profit if they decided to move him on. With Cristian Romero and Micky van der Ven at the heart of the defence, there has not been all that much opportunity for Radu Dragusin to put together a run of games for Spurs. The Romanian defender joined the Lilywhites in January, but has had to make do with brief cameos or the odd game here and there to stand in for the aforementioned centre-halves when they are injured. He is thought to be an important member of Ange Postecoglou's squad nonetheless, but if Spurs were looking to sell, Steaua Bucuresti owner George Bacali reckons the North London side could make a big profit. Spurs signed Dragusin for a reported fee of £30 million. Bacali predicts the defender could be sold for between £70 million, earning the club a profit of £40 million. There are no indications that Spurs are willing to let Dragusin go at this time. Postecoglou has regularly praised the Romanian for his performances, most recently singling him out for a good display in the defeat against Newcastle. In that press conference, Postecoglou also claimed Dragusin will play a big part in the team this season. There is no way we'd be looking to sell Dragusin anytime soon, and it would be foolish of us to even consider it. Just because he's not first-choice centre-back does not mean he's not got a big role to play for us, and I'm sure the player himself understands his role just fine. Tottenham eye phenomenal England star Angel Gomes. Spurs are among the clubs interested in Lille and England midfielder Angel Gomes, with Newcastle, Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund also eyeing the 24-year-old, according to The Sun. According to a report, the playmaker's recent performances and his contract situation have seen a host of teams register their interest in a potential transfer for 2025, including several Premier League clubs looking to bring him back to the English top flight. According to The Sun, Gomes faces no shortage of suitors after his impressive England debut, with Tottenham, Newcastle and Liverpool keen to bring the 24-year-old midfielder back to the Premier League. Gomes, who was praised as excellent by England interim manager Lee Carsley, impressed during the 2023-24 campaign at Lille, helping the club finish fourth in the table and qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 3 years. The 24-year-old is not planning to renew his current deal at the end of the season and is expected to depart for a new challenge, with a return to the Premier League now on the cards. Per the report, Tottenham are understood to be the club showing the most interest in Gomes at the moment and have earmarked the midfielder as their top target. The Lilywhites could even consider a January bid for Gomes, who has impressed in France in recent years, establishing himself as one of the most creative midfielders in Ligue 1. Last season, only Paris Saint-Germain star Ousmane Dembele registered more assists than Gomes's 8 in all of France's top flight. Tottenham's pursuit of Crystal Palace midfielder Eberechi Eze has hit a major stumbling block, with reports indicating that a Premier League rival may have stepped in to hijack the deal. According to Football Transfers, Spurs were in advanced negotiations for Eze, but his representatives have now informed the club that Arsenal or Manchester City have made contact. potentially swaying the player's decision towards one of these top four clubs. Eberechi Eze, a player Tottenham has long admired for his versatility and creative playmaking abilities, had been identified by Ange Postecoglou as a prime target to strengthen the squad. Spurs were reportedly prepared to trigger Eze's £60 million release clause during the summer transfer window, which would have made him the club's most expensive signing to date. Tottenham had shown significant interest in the England international, going as far as inviting his representatives to attend home games last season. Eze's blend of technical skill and adaptability made him an ideal candidate for Postecoglou's system, which focuses on fluid and dynamic attacking football. However, with both Arsenal and Manchester City now potentially involved, Tottenham face an uphill battle to secure the player's signature. If the deal falls through, Spurs will need to explore alternative targets as they continue to rebuild under Postecoglou's guidance. Fans are eagerly awaiting further developments, as it remains to be seen if Tottenham can finalise the transfer in a future window, or if their rivals have indeed stolen a march on the deal. Ange Postecoglou provides a fitness update on Yves Bissouma following the Mali midfielder's injury on international duty this week, just days before the North London derby. Bissouma enjoyed a successful international break, scoring in back-to-back games in African Cup of Nations qualifiers for Mali, including a winner on Tuesday. However, things looked a little worse come the 60th minute of the match against Eswatini when Bissouma had to be withdrawn after an opponent stamped on his foot. London World reported that Bissouma caught the first possible flight back to London to receive treatment at Hotspur Way in an attempt to be ready for the North London derby. Ange Postecoglou has now revealed that Bissouma will need to be assessed over the next 2 days to see whether he can play any part in the derby fixture against Arsenal. The Spurs boss said, "We had the last of the boys in late yesterday, so we'll have a look at them today, and everyone's reporting all well except for Bis. He's got a bit of an issue, but we'll have a look at him over the next couple of days and see how it settles." Postecoglou also provided an update on the striker situation at Spurs, with Richarlison and Will Lankshear still on the treatment table. He said, "Richie's still got a bit of work to do alongside Will Lankshear, who is still in rehab." That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.